Patriots. It is officially Wednesday, October 1st. Can you believe it? We're actually in October. Where'd the year go by? Donald Trump is still, hate to say it. No, I don't. By far, the best president in modern American history, baby. And we get the luxury of sitting back and watching him cook. And the guy's doing a phenomenal job. We got a big problem, though. The problem doesn't lie with Trump. It doesn't lie with politics. Truthfully, it's on me. And it's only happened one other time here in almost 5 years of the show. I don't have any coffee. I'm being held hostage. I don't wish that upon my worst enemy, let me tell you. It's only happened one other time. I ran out of coffee. So I'm drinking water. So if my wires are crisscrossed and my hat starts turning like this, and I start sounding like a liberal, a Democrat, a progressive lefty, however you want to phrase it, you know why? Don't judge me. Don't think, is Brad turning progressive on me? Not now, man. We're in the trenches taking grenades. Don't turn liberal now, please. Unbeknownst, I'm wearing a skirt right now. Kidding. Alrighty, moving on. Good morning, everybody. It's good to see you. Hit that like and subscribe button if you could. It does greatly support the show, or else I wouldn't ask you to do it. This show is sponsored by baldbrad.com. We're sponsoring ourselves. Go ahead and check out our website. We got a lot of goodies. We got articles. We have episodes up there. We got books. Or I should say book that I've written, How the Left is Destroying America. Look, even if you got it and you read it, or even if you're not a reader, you can buy it anyways to support me. That'd be nice. Always have my back. I got yours. And it's always a great gift idea. Let me tell you, the people will love having this on their coffee table. How America is being destroyed by the progressive left. We walk you through the anti-police movement, how the left calculated utilizing race to divide this nation. We push for socialism disguised as compassion. We talk about indoctrination system in the schools. I take you through critical law studies all the way to how that evolved into critical race theory. So there's a lot of things in here that are going to equip you with what the heck is going on and really kind of bringing it down to a level that's totally understandable. And how not only can you relate to what is happening, but how we can ultimately overcome and defeat it. And then lastly, we got Bald Brad's store, baby. A lot of merchandise. It's always in black and white because that's how things go. But if you go over here, we got a red shirt, man, for a little Trump support. You know what I'm saying? But I got these shirts. I wear this one over here at the top right. This is the one that I own. And I got this mug right here. So head over there. Would greatly appreciate it. All righty. Well, getting into stuff here, the government shutdown. We knew it was going to happen. And the Democrats want to shut down the government because they want to give illegals health care and a bunch of other stuff. Well, a busy day for lawmakers on Tuesday. As the time ticked away for a government shutdown, while President Trump and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth held an unprecedented event attended by the U.S. military's top commanders. And then people had their panties in a bunch because Pete Hegseth said, hey, you guys have to meet PT standards. You guys have to actually exercise. You have to shave your face. Oh, God, how could we? Because these people complain about everything. Well, lawmakers haggled until the last moment on funding for the federal government, but were unsuccessful. About a day ahead of the deadline, the New York Times and Siena College released a poll, check this out, that had some worrying signs for Democrats. According to the poll, 2/3 of Americans say that Democrats should not force a government shutdown. That Democrats shouldn't force a government shutdown. 2/3. And we watched the clip yesterday. Chuck Schumer on the Senate floor said that the poll was biased, even though it's coming from the New York Times and Siena College, which is totally left-leaning, by the way. And there was an audible laugh. Matter of fact, rather than waiting, let me see if I can actually find that clip for you really quick, because it was an audible laugh. Here we go. I got it right here for you.
Now, I know the leader is going to show a poll that says that Democrats will be blamed for the shutdown. There are many more polls that show Republicans are blamed. The question in that poll is biased. Biased. In the New York Times, but it's biased. If you turn the... That's true. I don't always believe the New York Times. You can be sure of that. Mm-hmm. Neither do you. Okay. Now, I know the leader is going to show...
Well, no, neither do you. Well, of course. Because they would be biased towards you, Chuck. The whole media, the entertainment industry, everybody, the education system leans left. So yes. So he says something silly and then he actually says something truthful. Well, you guys don't believe it. Well, yeah. Why would we? And then you don't believe it, even though it's always left leaning. That's why everybody thinks anything from the New York Times is a joke. I'm not saying they don't get it right every now and then, they do. And then he actually says something. But I mean, come on. Let's not be silly here, Chuck. So we got that there for you. You also have another clip here. Where was it? There's a clip here of him saying they lost because Americans are just too dumb to realize how much Democrats did for them. Oh.
Kristen, we talked about the mechanics of the legislation and the details of the legislation, and we really didn't show the kind of empathy and concern to average, or show enough of it to average working families who didn't realize how much we had done and how much we care for them.
Hundreds of millions.
You just didn't realize, you guys, because you're a bunch of idiots is what it is. Yeah, you're a bunch of dum-dums. So here's that poll that he said you shouldn't trust. But don't worry, you guys are too stupid to read it, according to Chuck Schumer, right? That's what he's saying. It's like, God, man. Unbelievable. So there's Chuck. I don't know what the hell's going on. And then John Fetterman, who surprisingly is like brain is fusing correctly. I've been surprised with him a little bit. Well, here's what he said about the government shutdown. And you got to notice, though, at the same time, there's this, well, it's a sad day for America. We weren't able to get it going here. You guys can't even budget correctly up there. Shut up. Oh, we just weren't able to pull through for the American people. Yo, we're $37 trillion in debt. You're all nut jobs up there. You're a bunch of idiots. You don't know what the hell you're doing. And that's why you're in Congress, because you don't know what the hell you're doing. You can't get a regular fucking job.
I just voted for 2 CRs tonight. And the first one votes to affirm that we would like to extend the ACA tax credits, because, of course, I voted for health care. The second vote is about making sure that we keep our government open. And I did vote for that because I think it's a sad event if we shut our government down later today. So for me, our nation doesn't believe that kinds of chaos. Now, for me, it's about more over the country, not the party in this kinds of moments just like this.
Okay, he's still struggling. A lot better than what he used to be. A little better. I appreciate you guys saying hit that like button. Thank you very much. Thank you. I got to hit it myself. There we go. Bam. We got like almost 40 people. I mean, we'll get more people as time goes on. We're a morning show, so not everybody wakes up as early as us. But there's like over 35 people in Rumble. We got 8 likes. What's going on over there? What's happening? I thought you were here to support me. I get the news as well. It's not all about me. Should be, but it's not. Okay, this guy right here. Congress has failed to pass any sort of budget for 18 months. The government shuts down at midnight tonight, and the House isn't even in session. There's more focus on who's to blame for a shutdown than avoiding one. Well, yeah, but it's always been this way.
It's absolutely correct that the failure to pass timely appropriations bills has gotten us into this habit of just running on autopilot, doing these continuing resolutions where we're not considering budget priorities afresh as we should. And I think that is a very bad way to govern. And so I think that this idea that we're going to keep passing continuing resolutions, it's a cycle that we need to get out of. And I think that on the other hand, a government shutdown is even worse than that, which is why I supported this latest short-term continuing resolution. Now, that's why I say, though, that if Brad and some of his colleagues' position is that in order to provide this one last extension, as they're saying, we want to negotiate around a certain set of items, then I think that's fine. There can be a negotiation around how to stop healthcare and premiums from increasing. That's something that's important to me and a lot of folks on our side of the aisle as well. There can be a negotiation around the issue of rescissions. There can be a negotiation, I've suggested it, about maybe ending this whole redistricting mess. So I agree with his point that it's bad that we're trying to run the government on these consecutive continuing resolutions. And I also agree with this point that there should be some sort of negotiation. I actually think the House should be in session right now, which unfortunately it's not. Even though we did pass a CR to keep the government open, if we can't reach a deal that causes that to be passed by the Senate and signed into law, then the government's going to shut down. And we need to be doing everything we possibly can to prevent that from happening.
You know what they're going to do? Everybody knows what they're going to do. Oh, we're $37.5 trillion in debt. Got no more money. So, let's go ahead and make it 40 trillion. Yeah, just borrow it. Not a big deal. Don't worry. Worry about it. They'll be dead and gone before you have to worry about it. Your kids will, though. Don't. They're the ones that will get screwed. Well, we have this clip from Scott Jennings here. Yes, it is Scott. Absolutely. And it's quite lengthy. But as the Schumer shutdown continues here, folks, Scott's getting a little feisty on CNN with these Democrats. This is good. And it's long. Here we go.
Everyone deserves health care.
Even illegals?
Every single person in the world deserves
Just for the
healthcare.
record, as a candidate, you're for illegal aliens getting Medicaid.
I think everyone in the world deserves
That's a
healthcare.
yes. That's a yes.
I'm such a
That's a Democratic position.
It is a yes, but
Yeah.
It's a Democratic
Everyone in the
position.
world
Illegal
deserves
aliens should
healthcare.
get Medicaid.
But I mean,
How is this controversial?
How is it controversial?
How is it controversial to think I don't want someone to die in the hospital because they can't afford
Who do you
it?
think pays for health care when undocumented people show up at a hospital? Who pays for that?
We all pay for it.
Exactly.
including undocumented
we all pay
people
for
because
it.
they actually contribute.
That's the point. That's the point.
We do realize that undocumented
Who pays for the welfare system in this country generally? Taxpayers.
Perhaps,
Are you for it or not?
Can I start my logic train?
Are you for it or not?
My logic train starts with
Just
the fact that
say
I don't
yes.
want to kick 11 million people off
Do you
of
want
Medicaid.
the illegal aliens on or not?
Do I want first of all, do I want undocumented citizens to
Just
have
say
health care?
yes.
The answer is yes.
Scott,
Okay.
if someone is
More
undocumented,
Democrats.
do you want them to not get insulin if they're diabetic?
I want Medicaid to exist first and foremost for American citizens who need it. That is what I
What about
want.
second? How about this? When the people that are
passionate.
picking your peaches. Yeah, I'm passionate
Very
about Americans.
passionate for the illegals.
All right.
No, I'm
Pick your
passionate
peaches.
for
How dare
Americans.
you want people to be alive? How dare you?
Passionate for the illegals.
You
Bring
know-
more.
No, I actually want
But yes,
safe and secure borders.
You need more. To make your vision of America work, we need more illegals who get more benefits. That's your version of America.
No, what I want from America is a place that was promised to us, Scott.
To the
like you
illegals?
do. No, it was promised to us. It was promised to
Us
us,
who?
not us, me and you, black and white, brown. Scott, do you think that your family was
You were
born
born
here?
here.
You weren't born here, Scott.
I was born in
First of all,
Dawson
where does your family come from? My family wasn't born here. My family was actually from Sierra Leone.
You're making a passionate argument
correct
for a
about what
country
our country's
built on unfettered illegal immigration, and that is not
No,
anywhere
our
near
country,
a politically popular
Our
position.
country is built on immigration, period.
What kind?
Period.
What kind?
First of all, before we go to commercial, what kind of immigration was I brought here
You're already
with?
in the hole. You sure you don't want to stop
No,
digging?
because it was slavery. That's not immigration.
Come on.
Well, okay.
Come on, what?
All right, there's a lot to be said.
Come on.
Hold on.
No, but you just can't say come on when somebody's like, my family was brought here in chains. The answer is not
here
come
we go.
on.
We're gonna.
It's always the race card, then slavery. You never went through slavery, but somehow your family did. And then now because your family did, somehow that has to do with illegal immigration and giving funding to illegals over Americans. So now American workers in the federal government don't get to go to work because you guys want to give people that aren't actual American citizens money, but yet the people that aren't Americans are getting most of the benefits in this country while we have veterans on the streets. I can go on and on and on. It's just silly. It's this guy's an idiot. I don't know. This is who Schumer should be calling stupid. This guy right here. But that's what they always do, man. And by they, I mean black people tend to say, "Oh well, I was a slave." So were white people. Legitimately, so were white people. It's like. So are a lot of Middle Eastern people. By the way, there's still people that are slaves today. There's more slaves now than there was in the height of slavery. It's just so wild to me, man. Like, how long are we going to keep talking about this? Like, well, my family came and changed. Yeah, like 1,000 years ago. What the hell are you talking about? You know, it's so crazy. Look, who else? Look, Chinese people were enslaved. Arab people were enslaved. Freaking white people. I mean, everybody was enslaved. Native Americans enslaved themselves. Black people enslaved themselves. Everybody at some point in history could probably track back to the lineage that their family was enslaved. And so thus, because their family was enslaved, well, we should all get reparations, I guess. Yeah. But somehow that's going to track linear to, remember, he said linear logic, right? You've heard him. Well, my logic's linear. It's like, but what does your family being slaves have to do with anything here? I don't know. Somehow that has to do with you guys getting the government open. I don't get it. I'm sure it's there. Maybe I'm just too stupid, right? Like Chuck Schumer said we are. We're just too dumb. Too dumb. Well, in other news, Trump announces one-stop shop for cheap drugs. President Trump has promised a new era of lower drug prices for Americans with the launch of TrumpRX and a historical deal with Pfizer. TrumpRX is going to be a new government website that will allow Americans to purchase medications directly at discounted prices. So it sounds like they're getting rid of the middlemen. The site will feature reductions of up to 85% of the net price, which is insane if that's true. Pfizer is one of the largest pharmaceutical and biotechnology corporations in the world, has agreed to set all of their medications for Medicaid at most favored nation pricing. Whoa, okay. Or pricing that is comparable to or less than the cost of other developed nations' drug prices. Yeah, that's a little right? That or statement's kind of a big one. Additionally, all new Pfizer medications will be offered at these lower prices. So that's a big deal, man. Good for Trump to do that. We have a clip here of Trump talking about that. And Trump was also being a little bit silly, which I always enjoy. Here we go. Trump announces Pfizer deal for most favored nation drug pricing. And we have this here. The sneeze. This is the clip that was going around yesterday where Bobby Kennedy sneezes and Trump makes a joke, and it was actually pretty funny.
We'll get it down even further, but insulin was, people weren't taking it, I would imagine. They couldn't take it. God bless you, Bobby. I hope I didn't catch COVID just there. Don't you have Paxlovid? What is it? Paxlovid. He's got Paxlovid. Give me a Paxlovid immediately. We'll get it down even further.
It's just funny. Trump's so nasally now. Oh, God bless you, Bobby. Listen to Trump. I think, okay, so there's this guy that's in the Trump administration. They used to do a lot of interviews, and we talked a lot about him, where he wears glasses. He talks very nasally like this. Well, I don't think the government shutdown is going to be really all that bad, Jim. And, well, I think it's going to be great for the American people. Do you guys remember that guy? He wears glasses. He's always out there doing interviews. I think he's just around Trump a lot because when you're around people a lot, you tend to mimic how they sound and the behavior of said person that's around you. And so Trump sounds, if you notice, and I called this out a long time ago, he sounds like him a little bit more nasally. Oh, God bless you, Bobby.
Even further, watch. Insulin was, people weren't taking it, I would imagine. They couldn't take it. God bless you, Bobby. I hope I didn't catch COVID.
God bless you, Bobby. I hope I didn't catch COVID. Friggin' smart ass. Let's see what people are saying. I want to see what people are saying here. For all those people who are a mask while driving alone. Oh, we've always seen these people, haven't we? Especially in California. The new outdoor seatbelt is now available. One thing I will have to say is people do need to be a little bit careful where don't assume somebody's automatically a Democrat or liberal because they're wearing a mask. There's people with autoimmune diseases or people have had transplants and stuff like that need to be careful. So I think it is a little bit silly that we are kind of always going, oh, that person's wearing a mask, they must be like a Democrat. It's like, no, maybe they just have a medical condition. Like, I don't usually judge people. Now, if they're running around with their hair in a pigtails, and you kind of tell what, leftists dress like. You could tell. Bro keeps cooking. What's this?
Why do you keep calling this the Chinese virus?
Because it comes from China.
Racist.
Because it comes from China. Hold on. It's one of the greatest quotes ever.
Virus.
Because it comes from China.
Racist.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China.
What are you saying? She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
Is there anybody you'd like to apologize to right now yourself?
No.
No. I need water. Help me. I need water. Help.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce.
I remember when that turned into a song. Beyonce, Beyonce. I'm trying to show you a little bit more clips. Yesterday was really dry in terms of the clips content, so we'll get more of that. We'll get more of that. But it's China. No. It was from China. Freaking so good. Well, Hamas is still on the clock, folks. That deal has not gone anywhere. It's still staying live. President Trump presented what could be a game-changing Gaza plan, which we covered yesterday during Dark MAGA. Trump has given Hamas a deadline to get on board or face a very sad end. And it's not just Trump. It's the European Union. It is Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Egypt, UAE. I mean, the entire Middle East, basically, is behind this plan with Donald Trump, meaning Hamas is on their own at this point. So it's either you can release all the hostages, and we did go through all the details of what is in this plan in 72 hours. And by 73 hours, if you don't have that done, of all hostages alive and dead, you're about to get your you-know-what pushed in. And by the way, everybody's kind of on board with that. They're going, okay, look, you're giving them an ultimatum. There's a peace deal here. There's going to be a board put in place that's going to cover this stuff. You'll get aid in there. Like, basically, everything's done. There's no more fighting. Gaza's going to be rebuilt, and everything's going to be put forward and move on. Sounds like it's a great deal. Everybody's on board. So if Hamas doesn't listen, well, I guess you're choosing life. You're choosing death over life. That's what it comes down to. So the Palestinian Authority stance on the plan, Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas, came out and said he was happy that this had happened and that he wanted to look at it, but that he thought it was a productive step. This is 180 degrees from where he was 5 years ago. This is very strong reforms in the Palestinian Authority in there that they have to undertake before they get any kind of governing responsibility in Gaza. So it looked like it was a pretty good plan. Some of it did seem a little bit ambitious, but we got some stuff here from this. So let me see. Oh, this came out. So 48 hostages are still being held by Hamas in Gaza. They are starved, they are tortured, and they are abused. They are alone and they are suffering. So these are, I guess, the 48 that are still there. Mind you, I believe there's a bunch of people that passed away. Now we don't know if all these people are alive. You hope that they are. It's god awful, but those people are still there. So we'll see if we give you any updates. I haven't really seen much, but usually Vivid's pretty good at posting stuff. Let me see if there's anything else here really quick. I don't see anything. Somebody was eliminated a couple hours ago. Hamas something has been successfully eliminated by the IDF in Gaza. There's nowhere to hide. Israel find them all. I think, yeah. I mean, kind of like what we were doing with Osama bin Laden. I mean, he was found at some point. Just hilarious that he was in just so happened to be in Pakistan, like a couple miles away from the military base, huh? Just happenstance. No idea he was there. Yeah, no clue. Really, the number one guy, the number one wanted guy on planet Earth, you didn't know was like across the street from you. Really? I'm supposed to believe that? Everybody else is supposed to believe that? I don't think so. Unbelievable. Well, what else do we have here in the news? Government shutdown. Everything's on fire, according to them. Pretty bonkers. If you enjoy what you're hearing, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Greatly appreciate you guys. AI is announcing this Grokipedia as AI-powered Wikipedia alternative, which is nice because we always know these people are censoring Wikipedia constantly, and they're usually lefties that have their ball sack duct taped to their gooch. Okay, well, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Okay. It's the morning. Again, if you're just joining me, we're having a rough day. I ran out of coffee. I know a lot of you gasped. It's only the second time it's ever happened on the show in 5 years. And I'm feeling it. Damn it. I know, horrible. We're a morning show without coffee. I know. Can you imagine what I'm going through right now? Elon Musk's AI revealed plans on September 30th to develop Grokipedia, an open source online encyclopedia that integrates Grok AI for real-time fact-checking and processing of images, audio, and video. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. The video is pretty awesome part. The platform will allow public edits and draw from sources like books and web data to build a truth-focused knowledge repository. AI is seeking contributions through its career page and no launch date announced. I'm for this. I think it's always best to have more information out there. And as we've seen from Wikipedia, they tend to edit things in a left-leaning bias. So let's make Grokipedia great. Love that. So Musk, this is a good picture. New York Times, the Washington Post, CNN. Then he takes out Facebook, Meta, TikTok, and I don't know what that is. And then now he's going to take out Wikipedia. Incredible. Can he I wish he would have bought TikTok, but I wish that he would just I wish he'd make his own cell phone. I wish that he would make TikTok great again. I wish a lot of things that Elon Musk would do. But Elon Musk also has a temper tantrum, so we got to be careful with that. So Gavin Newsom said this 9 hours ago. Probably wasn't even really him. It was probably some staffer. Donald Trump just shut down the government. Let's see what people have to say. Breaking news. The government shut down at 12:01 after Senate Democrats blocked a Republican bill to extend the funding deadline. So he's getting shellacked on X right now already. Democrats' demands to avoid shutdown. Here we go. Free health care for illegals. Really? Restore NPR and PBS funding. Revoke rural hospital funding. Climate plus DEI funding for foreign nations. Continue Biden's Obamacare subsidies. Isn't that crazy? That's no point in me getting upset. There's no point in me losing my ish right now. There's no coffee. So let it shut down then. Let it stay shut down. Tired of it. The sad thing is, like I've always said, it's easy for me to say this because I don't work for the federal government. And I understand not the entire federal government shut down, right? They got essentials. I get it. But the American people come first. Okay. I don't need health care for illegals. Okay. I don't give a crap about NPR and PBS. It's a waste of money. They want it because it pushes their propaganda machine. Climate DEI funded for other nations. Why are we giving, again, do you notice that how many is here? 2, 4, 5. Almost half of this whole thing is all about giving other people money. It's annoying. Oh, this is a good one. I always love when people create these. Remember these used to be in like newspapers when people actually used to read newspapers? Democrats holding pork. We need pork. I'm drunk. I need more stuff. Please. Our country gets it. Oh, boy. You misspelled Democrats. No way. The government shuts down this week. Who would you attribute it to? Trump, Republicans, Dems. Both parties don't know no opinions. You spelled Democrats wrong. His own people. Look at 828,000 people voted. And that's Andrew Yang. Did he run as a Democrat or did he run as an independent? I don't remember. He just talked a lot about UBI, Universal Basic Income, which I still need to read up on. Here's Gavin Newsom, though. And this is, I don't know how true most of this is, but there's a few in here that are true. California's number one in homelessness, number one in poverty, number one in addiction, number one in gas prices, number one in income tax, number one in gas tax, number one in budget deficit, number one in retail theft, number one in citizen exodus, number one in COVID mandates, number one in COVID school closures, number one in COVID business closures, number one in illegal immigration, number one in funding illegal migration, number one in illiteracy, number one in wage stagnation, number one in frivolous lawsuits, and number one in worker restrictions, and number one in anti-business regulations. Don't worry, though. We're doing it, Joe. We did it. Remember Kamala? We're doing it, Joe. Even has the fist. God, this guy sucks. He's my governor. I know. Everybody asks me all the time, Brad, when you get out of California? I don't know. Maybe when something pops up my way. We'll see. We'll see. Nothing in terms of agreement. I wish there was an opportunity. We just couldn't come to it. Great place, great people. Just couldn't come to the right number. Again, we covered this yesterday. I want to see if there's more information on this. So there was an illegal immigrant that was a superintendent of a school. And it says here, I guess, wasn't checked through federal E-Verify system. I don't know how that's possible. So that's what I need to find out here, folks, is because, as I mentioned, to be around kids, you have to go through, like, if you're a teacher, you have to go through a pretty extensive background check, like FBI, DOJ, fingerprints, all that other stuff, before you're even ever allowed to go into the school system. So the illegal immigrant, this is crazy to me. I think a lot of people turn a blind eye to this. This is odd. So illegal immigrant superintendent of an Iowa public school system, folks. Iowa is red, man, real red. Did not undergo an immigration employment verification through the federal E-Verify system, which ensures workers are in the country legally and enabled to work before he was hired for the role. What? So what else did they bypass here? So this guy could have potentially been around your kids. Who the hell knows who he is? And, or what stuff he's committed or done. Nobody knows. Maybe a super clean guy. But that's the problem, right? We don't know. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement arrested Des Moines Public Schools Superintendent Ian Andre Roberts of Gwinnett on Friday. Roberts was handed a deportation order from an immigration judge last year, over a year ago, and had weapon charges from February 5th, 2020. Dude, if I get a weapons charge on me, or like I stubbed my toe wrong, I would probably be let go so fast as a teacher. Since then, the school district has come under scrutiny for how it came to hire Roberts in the first place. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services spokesman Matthew Trigresser told the Daily Wire that the agency did not find any E-Verify cases under Roberts' name going back more than a decade. Roberts assumed his latest role in July of 2023. They're saying that the school system has been enrolled in the E-Verify program. Oh, wait, it says that it hasn't. So USCIS also doesn't have any record that the public schools has ever been enrolled in an E-Verify program. Holy shit. Oh, my God. So you're telling me, by the way, the E-Verify goes for teachers, too. You're telling me they might have a bunch of teachers and we don't know who the hell they are being around your kids? I'm not even going to bother getting upset. I'm not even bother. It's inconceivable. Roberts deceived parents, students, and administrators. Justice will be served. So there's the firearm. Looks like a Glock. There's a sight on it. So there's definitely, he had some modifications there. I can't tell that. I can't tell if that looks like, I think he modded it, which is fine. But he's illegal. So how do you get a firearm? How to get this gun and then modify it? By the way, clean your car, dude. What the hell? Hey, clean your vehicles, folks, huh? Stop being dirty. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Go down and get your car clean. Get the vacuum out. Do a little back-breaking work. Let's not be like illegals here and have an art. Is that what we need to start calling you? Is illegal to see that the dirty this car is? Do we need to start calling you that? You know, people always do that. There's some like bad kid down the block that's always getting arrested. Do you want to wind up like Joey Bag of Donuts? Is that who you want to wind up like, huh? Yeah, then I thought so. Get up there and clean your room. That's what I'm starting doing to you guys. Is that who you want to wind up like? You want to wind up like Andre here? You want to look like this and you go clean your car. Let's see what else we have here. The board chair, Chacky Norris, no claim to Chuck Norris, claimed Monday that at no point was any DMPS employee or board member notified that Dr. Roberts, he has a doctorate degree, wow, shows you everything you know, was not eligible to work either by a federal agency or Dr. Roberts. She also said that Roberts stated he was a citizen on it. Oh, okay. Stated he was a citizen on his I-9 employment eligibility form and provided a driver's license and social security card when he was hired. Well, how did he get a driver's license if he's an illegal? Oh, that's right. They provide driver's license to illegals now. Gotcha. And he has a social security card. Well, how did he get one of those? Weird. During the hiring process, the law firm reviewed the form and accompanying documents and stated that the information provided did not raise concerns about his eligibility to work. Public schools also contracted the outside from JG Consulting to recruit possible superintendent candidates in December. The firm used the company Baker EU Banks to conduct a background check in Roberts. So he did have a background check, which a district said found nothing related to citizenship or immigration matters. What about criminal? What about criminal? What about the criminal behavior? Let's see. A spokesman, however, told the Daily Wire that all public available criminal records were disclosed to the school district, which ultimately chose to proceed with the hire despite having received the concerning history. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. So they did turn a blind eye, which, just, I'm going to say it. What did I say that they did? They went like this, right? This is what they did. Duh. Come on, you're voting Democrat, right? Who are you going to vote for, buddy? Who are you voting for? You know who? You know who? We're not going to let you work here unless you say Joey or Kamala. Say it. Kamala. Good. Come on in, buddy. Yep. That's how it works. That's how it works. Didn't I say that, though, yesterday? I said they probably went like this. It's amazing how I'm more right than I am wrong. I mean, I don't want to be, but that's just how things go. That's how things be going. They see me going, they hating, they all trying to catch me riding dirty, gonna catch me riding dirty. Well, I don't mean to do this to y'all, folks. I'm not trying to torture you. I'm not trying to pressure you into anything. She's back. And if you're on audio, Hillary Clinton, she's back. I mean, every year she's getting more and more like that dude from Tales from the Crypt. She's starting to look like Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders. I feel bad, man. Hillary Clinton rips white Christian men. It's always white Christian men. Like, what does race have to do with anything here? Like, it'd make more sense for you to say Christian men than it would say white. Because there's black Christian men, there's Asian Christian men. Like, what the? I don't understand. It's a Democrat thing. I don't know. So, former Democratic presidential candidate, or should we put losing candidate? That'd be nice. Aroused the ire of the political right when she satirized the idea. I can't see the damn light. The idea of the dominance of the white men of a certain persuasion, a certain religion. Oh. Appearing on MSNBC, Morning Joe, Clinton stated by disparaging the political right is an answer to co-host Mika Brzezinski asking, are we still headed toward a more perfect union? So actually, let me see if we can get a clip here. Let's see what we got here. If it went viral, there'll be the clip. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is.
That you could turn the clock back and try to recreate a world that never was, dominated by, let's say it, white men of a certain persuasion, a certain religion, a certain point of view, a certain ideology. It's just doing such damage to what we should be aiming for. And we were on the path toward that. I mean, imperfectly, lots of, bumps along the way, but I agree with you. We were on the right trajectory. That you could turn the
What a wild statement. What a wild statement. What are people saying on this? Jezebel, I'm a straight white Christian nationalist. Wow, I see the demons speaking right through her. The women who, with her husband, when he was running for president, were members of their local Baptist church. Good Christians, wolves then and now. Do you all feel that, like, I guess I am going to use the word evil. Is like you kind of just it's never been clearer. Do you know what I mean? before they'd kind of dance around stuff, but now they're just saying it out in the open. Like you have Destiny basically saying you need to go delete conservatives. They shouldn't feel welcome in areas like we heard from Maxine Waters, right? Go out to restaurants, go get them. I would say in the past decade, it's gotten worse in terms of their rhetoric of just coming out and saying crazy stuff and just, yeah, they have the freedom of speech to say it. But like people continue to follow this crazy speech that is coming from these Democrats and progressive leftists mostly. Clinton then took a swipe at Trump White House responding, I wish you would record that and literally go play it outside the White House, the Congress 24/7, because I love my country and I love it, warts and all. And I am proud of the fact that we have always been a work in progress. We haven't gotten to a more perfect union. We fought a civil war over. No. Not we. Republicans fought a civil war. Republicans fought the Civil War. Yeah, and won, not the Democrats. See what they do? They always leave out the ingredients. You know what I mean? It's just, oh, I baked a cake, but they never tell you how that cake was built. We fought a civil war, but they never tell you who actually fought it and what their ideas were. They always want to skip past that. You want to know why? It's because they have to face the fact that it was their party. That was the party of slavery. It was the party of the Klan. It was the party of anti-civil rights. It was the party of Jim Crow. It was the party of all this stuff. It's the party of the most assassination attempts in American in terms of proportionality. And almost all of them have been conducted by an Democrat. I mean, the list goes on and on here for this party. You're the party that wants bigger government. You're the party that wants to spend all our money. You're the party that wants to give it to everybody else. You're the party of illegal immigration. You're party of deterioration in our education system. I mean, I could really go. Your party of homelessness. You're the party of this and that that's causing everything to suck. You're the party of the EPA that wants to remove fossil fuels. You're the party of the Green New Deal that wants to get rid of every building and every fossil fuel that exists on the United States of America and rebuild it to the point where there's zero emissions and all this stupid crap doesn't even make freaking sense. There's not enough money. You're the party of reparations, and you have people coming out for the Democrat Party that want to give so much reparations that the wealth doesn't even actually exist on this planet. I did the calculation. There's not enough wealth. There's not enough money to actually make that happen because they just shout stuff to the skies. I want this. Sure. I want $50 quadrillion. I said it. Unbelievable. Oh, look at this. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. All right. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Elon Musk posted this. Folks. Hello. For those on audio, wait. Elon Musk just retweeted, Trojan horse, your kids. That's what we're going to do. Everybody come here. We're going to do this. Everybody hop on X right now. Get on your computers. I'm going to send you the link to my book. We're going to do this together really quick. We're going to help plug me. Thank you. All right. We're all going to go to X. Everybody go to X. You say at Elon Musk. I wrote an entire book on this metaphor. Did I spell metaphor wrong? Is there an H in it? Oh, I sound like Mike Tyson. Metaphor. Let's see if it pops up. Huzzah! So what I need you all to do is do the same thing. Say at Elon Musk, at Bald Brad 1776 wrote an entire book on this idea, and then link it, and then see if and then heart it. Let's make my book popular. Could you imagine if Elon Musk retweeted my book and I just started selling it? I'd make so much money. Alrighty, folks, I do have to actually end way earlier than normal because I have an early meeting this morning. And I also don't have my coffee, meaning I need to go get coffee because I'm dying right now. And by going to get coffee, I'm just going to get it at work. Dude. You know, it's been a while since I felt the effects of waking up as early as I'm doing without a cup of coffee. It ain't easy, man. I'm telling you what, I feel like a 50-year-old dog, you know? like just barely making it through the house. He's getting there. Leave him alone, Chuck. The guy's been through shit. Oh, God bless you. Alrighty. Well, we're here each and every morning. Normally we go till 7, but like I said, I work 3 jobs. So this is not my full-time job. We do it as a hobby. If you want to donate to the show, that's always appreciated. But we always ask that you go through my website, baldbrad.com. We get 97% of your money. So if you donate $1, I get 97 cents of that dollar. Whereas if you do it over at ScrewTube, they take like 30% or something like that. I think they take like 35%. So I get like 70 cents of every dollar, which is ridiculous. I should get all of it. Please go get coffee. Yeah, I will. My work gives coffee for free. I don't want people think I'm going out buying $5. I guess it's like $6 now. I call it $5, Starbucks. I ain't doing that. I only get Starbucks if I got a gift card. That's how it works. All right. I hope all of you have a great day too. Hang in there. It's Wednesday. We got 2 more days after this. We'll be back here tomorrow, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for another episode of the Bald Brad Show. And then we also have Dark MAGA. Dark MAGA is restricted tomorrow because it's a new month now. So make sure you head over and subscribe to me over on Rumble so you can get Dark MAGA or become a Rumble Premium member. With that being said, pray for this country. Pray for Donald Trump. Pray for peace. Pray for the situation over there with Israel and Gaza. And let's make America great again, folks. God bless you. Take care.